I put together a list of questions for people to think about. This is an informational video. I'm not selling design work. It's just part of the process of arriving and putting together a custom-built home, an addition, or remodeling project. Understanding the design process. Why are design drawings necessary? Why are design drawings necessary? We need to figure out what we're going to do. We need to modify an existing building. We need to design a new building. We need to establish the spaces that we're going to need and the functionality of a building to operate in. Kitchens and bathrooms, homes, additions, they all need to have space planning. Oh, it's real nice, but we can't live in it because it's hard to live in because we keep bumping our heads and no space for furniture, but it looks real nice. Next question, who needs design drawings? Well, definitely the owner needs them to figure out how things are going to look and be. Building departments need it. The contractor needs it so he can figure out what he's going to build. Subcontractors need it. Your floor covering guy could use it. Who uses design drawings? Everybody that's involved in the construction process. Engineers, inspectors, even financial institutions. They want to know and see what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. What should design drawings be based on? It should be based on possibly in scale. It should represent what's there, existing. It should show modified changes. It should show electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, heating, air conditioning, and ventilation system changes. Everybody needs design drawings that's involved in the construction process. What is the first objective to accomplishing design drawings? Depends on what you're designing, what you're going to do. It should be based off the owner's wish list. The owner determines design directives. It's a process of directives and approvals. This is like going to sit down at a restaurant for dinner and you're looking at the menu and you're figuring out whether you want pork, beef, fish, or some other kind of seafood, and you're telling the waiter what side items you want, whether or not you want a salad, and you might have dessert with your coffee. He needs to know all these things before he can prepare and get everything brought over to your table. That's what design drawings do. They're an integral and a very important part of the construction process. It's not a waste of money. It's the best money you're going to spend because it's going to save you money. What must be shown in design drawings? Interior elevations, framing plans, electrical schematics. Where's the plug, the switches, the fan's going to go? Where is seating going to be? You can do a lot of space planning in the design drawings. Who approves design drawings? The owner has to approve it. Yeah, is that what you want? Yeah, I think so. We can see that. If you don't understand design drawings, it's the designer's responsibility to make sure that you understand what's involved here. It's not a simple process. Building departments and plan reviewers have to approve it. Sometimes the contractor or the designer will involve trade contractors and they need to approve it. Well, we show you where all this electrical's going Yeah, they want these lights everywhere. Can you do that? Oh yeah, okay. You can tell me how many recess cans we can put in here? Yep. We can tell you how much air conditioning I'm going to need? Yep. What are the objectives in producing design drawings? To establish everything that we want to do and how we need to do it, so everybody can see it and understand it. What do we want to use the space for? Well, I left that big space over there so the dog can lay down. I didn't make this up. I've heard this. Yeah, we moved the couch all the way in a 20-foot wide room because we wanted to have room for the dog to lay down. A lot of times on design work you can put in furniture, the couches, tables, chairs, furniture that you already have, or furniture that you plan to buy. It's in most libraries on design programs. It's very intense. It takes a lot of time. It's not something you push 2 or 3 buttons, it's all done. How is cost for design work established? It's basically established off of a list of particulars that the owner provides. I'm not building something you don't want. Tell me what you want. You had an idea. Inevitably, people are able to tell me this over the phone, and I ask them to write it down, and it seems like it's a tough ordeal to establish things in writing. However, requirements in writing and what we need to have is important because we both have a tangible in our hands that we can look at and approve. Is this what you want? Oh, I see this list. You want to understand that. So now I come into what is design build. A lot of contractors are establishing what is design build. What does design build mean? Design build means that there's somebody that's experienced that understands the design build process that helps the owner control that. A lot of times I equate that to making dinner. For everybody, we've all had dinner made for us. So design build means, do we have a grocery list? We want to go shopping? Did you want to eat steak? Lasagna? Sushi? Fried chicken? We need to understand which one that you want to go shopping for. And then, we need to make up a list. And then we get back to make dinner, and we're making soup and dinner and so forth. Did you put a lot of salt in there? How many potatoes should we put in? Who's going to add the peas? What about carrots? What do you mean you don't like carrots? How about zucchini then? What do you want in your salad? Hot peppers? Olives? Onions? I know somebody doesn't like onions. These are all these things that when you're doing design build you need to understand what's going to be accomplished. There's always compromises, and nobody knows till we get everything all put together in the pot as to what's going to taste like. Now, when a contractor participates in design build, everything's laid out on the table. I brought you the potatoes and everything else. Yes, I'll make dinner, but I want to come to dinner and eat too. Nobody participates for free. How is design build accomplished? It's basically a series of information and efforts that are established on a first come, first served basis so that we all know. We're going to first of all establish the basics, and then we're going to keep adding to that. I will process you a new addition. I will process you a custom home. I will process you a remodeling job. The key word is process. Who manages design build? It's got to be somebody that's experienced design build that knows what to do. And normally, building owners are not that experienced. They've learned some things after they've been through this process. Do the design plans need to be completed to show all necessary changes and work to take place? To a certain point. We need to have enough information to establish a vague budget figure. The vague budget figure is done off of specifics as to what's going to take place, how things are going to be, where floor covering is going to be changed, who's going to paint what walls, where. Are all the walls going to be painted or just over to here? A lot of information has got to be put together on a preliminary basis to establish a budget because there's a construction cost breakdown that determines the budget. If there's any validity to it. It's not, we're just going to shoot from the hip. Yeah, it's going to be that much. Oh, you're going to spend that much. What is that much based on? What is that information based on? Give me something here. Show me a picture. Show me a piece of meat, a steak. Yeah, this will be grilled up, this 10-ounce sirloin. Yeah, you'll have that. And here's your salad. Now we know what we're going to eat. Alright, so we're continuing here with design drawings and what will proper and complete design drawings accomplish. First of all, we'll know information where we can go ahead and justify costing. Remodeling and renovation work is based on existing conditions. The owner is responsible for making decisions. Is that how big you want it? Is that how wide you want it? Is that going to be enough room? Designers and contractors can't guess at what the owner wants. That's why you have design drawings. It puts something tangible between the contractor and the owner so everyone can be on the same page and understand and approve and understand what we're talking about doing. A designer's job is to make a presentation from the owner's wish list and the as-built plan into conceptual designs for the owner's review and approval. Does this look good? Is this big enough? I took the wall out. I moved the window over. I put a window in. Also, building departments want code compliant design documents to review for plan approval. International Code Congress and the Florida Building Code 6th edition require plan documents. They also, if there's any structural changes, they want it done by a design professional. It's registered in the state of Florida. So we want to know in the design drawings what will be built, how will it be built, what will be used to build it with. Is this going to be frame construction, concrete block, foam walls, steel studs? How will specifications be formatted and established? And who's responsible for that? Is there a working relationship between the contractor and the designer? On a design build basis, the contractor manages the design professional and feeds him the information that he needs to format the design drawings. The design drawings is accomplished for the owner and specifically for the building department approval. A lot of design professionals work for the building department, even though they're paid by the owner. Here, I got your permit. I got the drawings approved. Well, I hope it's what I want, but Well, they approved it, so we got our permits. The design drawings must meet the requirements of the Florida Building Code 6th edition in Florida. You can go and see www.floridabuilding.org. All the building codes are there. Quality of existing floor plan drawings is very crucial. Most of the time, a design professional doesn't spend enough time documenting what's there. When we have a detailed existing floor plan and drawing, we can pretty much tell what load-bearing walls we are. This is not a TV show. I've never had a problem discovering what carries what. Details of structural and certain finish dimensions are important. Elements of design work are to be shown in stages. As we get things put together and processed, here's an outline. We can put more information. When you build kitchens, you need elevation drawings. When you do stairways, you need elevation drawings. Bathrooms need to have elevation drawings. When you know where the tile's going, how high in the wall, where the plugs are going to be, where the switches are going to be, where hardware is going to be mounted. When you're doing a commercial restroom, bathroom elevations are a requirement so we can see. Toilet paper holders on commercial bathrooms have to be 6 inches in front of the toilet and have to be between 14 and 17 inches off the floor. State law required. Handicap bars have to be 33 inches on center. You have to be so far from the inside corner, and from the center of the toilet they have to be over so far. All this stuff is important when you're doing accessibility work. The design drawings show that. And the building departments want all this shown on the drawings because most of the time the inspectors are not familiar with the code requirements. They just don't know. They don't read the code books. They don't have time. All an inspector does is go out there and he looks at the drawings and he looks over here and there. Oh yeah, well, all right, that was built like that. Yeah, that was built like that. That was built, okay, signed off, approved. So that's basically the basics for design drawings. Thank you very much. We'll have other information on other videos.